We have discussed a wide variety of German Flakpanzers on this channel. The majority of these were built on the chassis of rebuilt Panzer IVs. However, on the front lines, this was not always possible, with parts from damaged panzers needed to keep other tanks in service. During the advance into the Soviet Union, though, a large number of enemy vehicles fell into German hands, and as we have seen in my KV-2 video, this led to Soviet armor being pressed into German service. Although normally these Beutepanzers, as they were referred to, would be utilized with minimal changes aside from maybe a coat of paint, in rare instances they were modified more heavily. The topic of today's video falls into the latter category and is likely one you have run into on different forums or within the tank community. If this vehicle had a specific designation, it has so far been lost to history, but we can reasonably refer to it as the Flakpanzer T-34R. For those unfamiliar with German designations, the R refers to the vehicle as being Soviet, with it standing for Russland. Much like the domestic German Flakpanzer called the Wirbelwind, the Flakpanzer T-34 was equipped with the 2cm Flak 38 Flakschwilling, which was a quad mount for the 20mm cannons. These guns could not just encourage pilots to reconsider their choices when attacking German positions, but could be used with devastating effect against unfortunate infantry which came within range. This modification was reportedly done by the maintenance company of the Panzerabteilung 653, which was a heavy tank destroyer battalion. We don't have any explanation of exactly when this was done or why, but estimates place it in either May or June of 1944. The reason why it was done is a bit easier to guess, as the need for anti-air capabilities on the front line, especially for a unit made up of slower moving vehicles, is fairly self-explanatory. As for the vehicle itself, we find a normal T-34 hull which has had its turret removed and then replaced by the previously mentioned armament, as well as a custom armored shield which protected the front and sides, with the rear being exposed. These armor plates are said to have been taken from disabled half-tracks, meaning the thickness is likely either 8mm or 14.5mm. Other details regarding the vehicle's capabilities are unknown, with there being no way to know the traverse speed or even the crew layout, although based on photographic evidence this could have been a 4-man vehicle. In two of the photos we can also see what appears to be additional stowage for ammunition along the side of the tank. The combat usage of the Flakpanzer T-34 seems to have been short-lived, with it likely seeing action in July of 1944. Sometime prior to the recall of the Panzerabteilung 653 on August 3rd, the vehicle appears to have been lost, although the exact cause is not known. With no combat reports or information on it existing after the unit was pulled from the front line, it can be assumed that the T-34 was either lost in combat or left behind either due to lacking parts or another reason. This still places the Flakpanzer T-34R as one of only a few examples of the T-34 being used as an anti-air vehicle, and also begs the question of why more conversions like it were not done. The reason for that, as with many things, most likely was due to spare parts and logistics. Had Germany managed to capture an intact Soviet tank factory, it may have made some sense to field modified or unmodified captured vehicles, with spare parts being provided from the already existing machinery. However, relying solely on captured vehicles for conversion and parts on a larger scale without the production to back them up would have proven foolish. As such, the historical focus on using domestic vehicles makes far more sense, despite what some may try to argue online. Before you head off to hopefully watch another one of my videos, I have an announcement to make. Just a few days ago, I released the first version of my very own website, ConeOfArc.com. If you enjoy my content on YouTube, but would like additional content in the form of articles and more as I add features to the site, check it out using the link in the description. If nothing else, you can subscribe to my email list there, which I plan to use as a way to let you know of new content I post in case you don't get notified of the uploads for some reason. Please check it out and let me know of any features you may want to see or issues you have so I can get them resolved. Anyways, thank you all for watching the video today, and as always, a thanks to my YouTube members who help fund things like the new website, which benefit the channel greatly. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check out my other video on German T-34s, which will be popping up on your screen. We cover several other modifications which have been circulated and why they are likely not real. Hope to see you there and in future videos.